We're back with another exciting edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm your host, Audrey Williams, and today's program is filled with a wide range of features just for you. We'll be taking a look back at the year that was for the Ministry of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport. That and much more coming up right after the news. Stay with us.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Friday, January 23, 2026. Special focus will be given to modernizing the country's financial regulatory framework in the upcoming financial year. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness says this is not a deregulation of what exists, but enabling a smarter framework for Jamaica's economic evolution.
To ensure that regulation is aligned with evolving risk profiles, increased market sophistication, innovation in financial products and instruments, and the imperative for capital markets to play a more dynamic role in fueling economic resurgence and resilience.
According to Dr. Holness, the current framework was developed in the FinSAC era with primary focus on risk containment to stabilize an economy emerging from crisis and to protect the system from failure. However, he asserts that the government now has a responsibility to build on the success achieved through that framework.
Stability remains non-negotiable. Financial soundness will be protected, but stability must now serve as a platform for growth, not a ceiling for growth. The regulatory regime must evolve. It must continue to preserve confidence, but also focus on unlocking capital, deepening markets, and positioning Jamaica's financial system to support the next phase of national development.
Prime Minister Holness was speaking at the Jamaica Stock Exchange 21st Investments and Capital Markets Conference on Tuesday. The public will soon have greater access and visibility into government procurement as improvements continue to be rolled out on the Government of Jamaica Electronic Procurement Portal, GOJEP. Chief Public Procurement Policy Officer in the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, Javel Barrett, says the upgrades are aimed at making the system more user-friendly while strengthening transparency and public oversight of the procurement process.
We've improved the user-friendliness of the contract award notice section of the GOJEP. And we are continuing to make improvements. In the next couple of months, you will see many more improvements being rolled out into the system.
Mr. Barrett gave the update during a recent JIS think tank. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness on Wednesday welcomed 287 graduates of the National Police College. As the men and women transition into the Jamaica Constabulary Force, Dr. Holness urged them to conform to the principles and values of the JCF.
Regardless of what the common knowledge is, and the common understanding is, and the common behavior is, and the common expectations are, you must always aspire to the highest standards. In particular, when you wear your uniform.
As Minister of Defense, Dr. Holness told the newly minted officers that they were now ambassadors of law and order and public trust, asserting that they had chosen a path that demanded courage, discipline, integrity, and service above self.
You represent a force moving towards excellence. You represent a country determined to become safer, stronger, and more resilient. And you represent the hope for the future where Jamaica's children can grow up free from fear.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness has officially launched its Family Caregivers pilot program at the Bustamante Hospital for Children. The program, which commenced on Monday, aims to strengthen family-centered care within Jamaica's public health system by formally involving parents, guardians, and family members in a child's healing journey while they are hospitalized. Parents and guardians who register as members of the program will be permitted to remain with their child at the hospital until 10 p.m. throughout the duration of the child's admission. This is subject to established guidelines and hospital protocols. Portfolio Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says this structured approach ensures that caregivers can provide meaningful non-clinical support while maintaining a safe and well-managed clinical environment.
It will mean less work for the staff. because some of the things that you would normally do as a nurse or a doctor, the guardian can assist. It will mean a calmer patient, a patient that will be a lot more in tune with their procedures, which is a good thing because it aids the healing process, and a less worried parent or guardian who always wants to know what is happening to their child.
The ministry will closely monitor and evaluate the implementation of the pilot program, including its impact on patient outcomes, caregiver satisfaction, and operational effectiveness, before expanding it to additional hospitals across the country. Reggae Month 2026 has officially launched with more than 60 events planned across Jamaica and the diaspora. The launch took place on Wednesday at the corporate office of Ray & Nephew, where it was revealed that singer Itana has been named the first official Reggae Month ambassador. This year's celebrations will be held under the theme Rhythms of Resilience, reflecting special focus on the impact of Hurricane Melissa and reggae's role in helping the nation heal and overcome.
Our reggae music is therapy. We turn to this music in the good and in the bad times. The rhythm and the lyrics provide relief and inspiration. And so for this Reggae Month especially, we are reaching out to our brothers and sisters in the West, in Western Jamaica, and to our family and friends across the world facing various crises, as well as all who mourn at this time.
Reggae Month activities begin with staple events such as a Thanksgiving service and a tribute to Dennis Brown on February 1st. The popular Bob Marley tribute concert returns on February 6th. On the 25th, the Creative Career Expo will be staged at the National Arena, and the Reggae Gold Awards is booked for February 27. Activities in Western Jamaica include Young Reggae Ambassadors on February 24 to spotlight the next generation of reggae musicians, as well as the Waves One Love Jerkfest and Mobay Reggae Night. Persons are encouraged to download the Reggae Jamaica app and follow the Ministry of Culture's social media pages for updates on these and other events. In the meantime, Minister Grange used the launch to disclose that nearly 200 million Jamaican dollars had now been raised through the I Love Jamaica concert series, which was established to support post-Hurricane Melissa recovery efforts.
Those funds are deposited directly to the Support Jamaica account. Some is still being deposited, and we have concerts being lined up in the continent of Africa as well as in the Middle East. And so I'm very, very proud of the industry, all our artists who have gone out there as first responders.
Asserting that Reggae Month is an opportunity to celebrate the many milestones the country, its music and culture have made, the Culture Minister pointed out that this year's observance marks 8 years since reggae was inscribed on UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage List. It also commemorates 10 years since Kingston was named a UNESCO Creative City of Music. The roadway from Brownstown to Alexandria in St. Anne in the vicinity of Top Road will be closed for pavement repairs. The closure begins tomorrow, January 24 at 7 p.m. and will be in effect for 3 weeks. The roadway is being closed to facilitate the replacement of NWC pipes as well as the installation of concrete pavement. The works form part of a road rehabilitation project that commenced last calendar year and has so far included the construction of a concrete cross drain as well as pothole and patch repair and road marking. The project is valued at $47.3 million. During the period of closure, motorists traveling towards Alexandria should use St. Hilda's Drive and continue on to York Castle Drive. Those traveling towards Brownstown will use either North Street onto Musgrave Street, continuing onto Bottom Road, or they can use Court Street onto Bottom Road. The alternative routes cannot accommodate large units, so single-lane access will be maintained for large motor vehicles. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
A powerful year of diplomacy, leadership, and global impact. From strengthening Jamaica-US relations to hosting the region for CARICOM's 49th Heads of Government meeting, from expanding support for returning Jamaicans to major international humanitarian assistance after Hurricane Melissa, 5 defining moments. One unforgettable year.
Thank you for staying with us. Throughout the past year, the Ministry of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport made several milestone moves. Our next feature takes a closer look at 5 outstanding achievements that stood out during the year.
2025 marked a year of significant achievement for the Ministry of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport. The ministry advanced key initiatives that strengthened the cultural sector, supported professionals, and reinforced national resilience. We now present the year's top 5 developments. In 2025, the ministry delivered Phase 2 of the Group Health Insurance Plan for entertainers and creative professionals. The signing of the agreement signaled an important step toward improving the social protection framework for the individuals who contribute to Jamaica's cultural and creative industries.
It covers loss of limb, it covers maternity, it covers doctor's visit, it covers hospitalization, it covers overseas, so you're well covered. Man, you know, it doesn't go into millions of dollars because there is a limit, but it covers the basic needs.
After 5 years of closure, the historic Rockfort Mineral Bath officially opened. This marked Phase 1 of a 5-year rehabilitative program taking shape under a 25-year lease agreement by the Caribbean Cement Company in partnership with the Ministry and the Jamaica National Heritage Trust, JNHT.
We look forward to families, to churches, social clubs, and societies taking advantage of this facility as part of their diverse offerings and activities. I'm seeing families coming again to this location as they did so many years ago before the facility was closed.
In August, the ministry advanced its commitment to safeguarding Jamaica's musical legacy with the groundbreaking for the Jamaica Music Museum in downtown Kingston.
This groundbreaking milestone marks a new chapter, ladies and gentlemen. A living, monumental edifice that will reflect the past, the present, and the future.
In October, a green paper for the cultural, entertainment and the creative economy policy was tabled in Parliament.
It undergirds incentives around tools of trade, facilitates preferential and free movement of entertainers, creatives and cultural practitioners, strengthen the sector through the recognition, integration and sustainability of associations within the sector.
Following the impact of Hurricane Melissa on October 28, the ministry launched a national volunteer registry hosted on the Support Jamaica portal to efficiently organize volunteer efforts for rebuilding.
We thank and applaud everyone who has been doing something to help. Your contribution, even if you think it's small and insignificant, will make a tremendous difference.
The ministry was also instrumental in coordinating the collection of donations in support of Hurricane Melissa relief and recovery at the FIFA World Cup qualification match between the Reggae Boys and Curaçao. And in one of its most impactful interventions, the ministry organized the I Love Jamaica concert series to help raise funds for the work ahead. The concert series, set to take place in several countries, launched right here in Jamaica with a telethon and a virtual concert. That first event raised $65 million in donations.
We wanted to bring some cheer and some words of inspiration and to lift the spirits of Jamaicans. And we also wanted to use it as a medium through which every Jamaican could contribute. Even a token, each Jamaican contribute, they would feel that they're playing a part in this great effort. And of course, every little make a mockery.
As the ministry continues its work in 2026, Jamaicans can look forward to further investments in culture, creativity, and community development.
Do you own land and need a title? Well, the National Land Agency NLA can help. Through the systematic land registration process, the NLA will assist residents to get titles in declared project areas across Jamaica. Systematic land registration is the methodical and orderly registration of parcels of land in a designated area known as systematic adjudication area. For further information on the systematic land registration process, including declared systematic adjudication areas, who can apply and the benefits, visit the National Land Agency's website at www.nla.gov.jm or email asknla@nla.gov.jm. The National Land Agency, one goal.
The best time to plan your financial future is now. Any time is the right time, but the start of a new year is especially timely. So even though we're already 23 days into this new year, remember, it's never too late to begin. Our next feature shares important tips to help you get on the right financial footing.
Financial planning isn't just about making smart choices. It's about being disciplined, committed, and consistently working towards your long-term goals. By setting clear objectives and crafting a thoughtful plan, you can achieve financial stability faster than you might think. But before rushing into decisions, the first step is finding the right advisor who can provide expert guidance on making informed choices. So, what should you do during this financial planning process?
You need to build an emergency fund. You need to also have retirement planning, and you need to also have critical illness planning in the event of any emergency. So let's take some time to go through a few items. For your emergency fund, you want to make sure you have at least 2 to 3 months of your monthly expense saved. One of the best ways to do that is to automate your savings. So if it is that you make X per month, you set aside a percentage of your income for savings, at least 10 to 15%. And then you set up a standing order with your bank or salary deduction with your workplace. So that is automated. Now, once you have achieved your goal of your emergency fund, and remember this is emergency, not for trips, not for partying, in the event of an emergency. The next thing you want to address are your high interest rate debts. Start first by looking at your credit cards. If your minimum payment is $10,000 and within your budget you can pay 15 or 20, aggressively pay it down so that you'll get rid of it in a short period of time. Then look at your hire purchase agreements with your financial places or your places that you buy furniture and stuff from. Let's say you take out a washing machine. When you calculate your interest that you're paying back over time, you're paying for that unit maybe 2 or 3 times. So really what you want to do is aggressively pay off your principal. Once you've comfortably secured all of that, then the next thing you want to do is income protection. What most persons don't think about is, what happens if I'm not able to earn? You make X per month, but then you get a critical illness, a heart attack, stroke, in worst case scenario, cancer. At best, your workplace will give you your pay for at least a month or 2. Then they'll give you compassionate leave. After that, all the bills are on you. And that's what really drives most of us home. So you really want to safeguard that with a critical illness plan. What that does is, in the event of any form of illness or any emergency, a lump sum is paid out directly to you. Once you've covered your income protection, now you need to set aside goals that you're saving towards. Whether it's to purchase a home, whether it's educational fund if you have a child, or whether it's retirement, which is long-term savings. Now, your approach to savings is multifaceted. You take different approach. One is you can do equities and stocks, which is long-term. I'll encourage that for pension and retirement. You can also contribute to a pension scheme. And if your workplace offers the option for you to contribute maximum contribution, then do that, because pension payments are also tax-free. The next option you have is your bonds, government bonds. You have the opportunity of doing equities or stocks, or in our current climate with the JSE getting more active, we have IPOs that are coming out. So you can listen to different financial reports, and if a company is going to be listed, then it's a good opportunity for you to invest. But do your research first on the company. Make sure you read their prospectus and invest in that. The good thing about these IPOs is that it gives you an opportunity to aggressively increase or multiply your funds. Nothing beats starting a business because you can earn in that current time value of money when you retire. Whereas pensions are good, the thing about pension is that you're paid one set income until your day has come. However, with a business, you have the opportunity to increase your revenue, increase your sales or your offerings in line with inflation or whatever the current value of money is at that time. So the best thing is to start saving for now. Go through, sit down, think about what are the hobbies, things that you like doing and what you can monetize. First, write out all your debts. Write out what your monthly payback is and write out the interest rate. And then start with the snowball effect. Start paying off the smallest one first. Once you clear that, you reallocate those funds to paying off the next one. And once you clear that, you reallocate those funds to paying off the other one until you clear them off. But be aggressive about it and give yourself a specific timeline. It may be tight for a little bit, but at the end of the day, you're clearing up all of these funds that you'll be paying into debt to use as investment.
To recap, financial success demands discipline and consistency. Start by budgeting for living expenses, emergency funds, and savings. And if entrepreneurship is your goal, use your salary to grow your business until it replaces your income. With these tools, be responsible and enjoy the journey to financial success.
Heart disease, diabetes, and back pain. You don't feel it right away, but sitting 6 to 8 hours without breaks can be dangerous. Sitting for long periods slows blood flow, strains your back, and affects how your body manages blood sugar. Start your day with a stretch. Take regular short breaks away from your desk, and do simple stretches at your desk for your neck, shoulders, and hips. We live and work in a digital world. Screens are everywhere, and it's almost impossible to get things done without one. And the longer we sit, the longer we stare. While your body feels the strain, your eyes do too. Eye strain can lead to headaches, blurred vision, and fatigue, often without you even realizing it. But there are ways to reduce the impact. Practice the 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds to give your eyes a break. Remember, stand, stretch, break, and repeat.
Did you know that reading is for everyone? Whether you're a student, a professional, or simply someone looking to expand your horizons, reading is for you. Reading expands knowledge, improves focus and concentration, enhances vocabulary, and serves to unlock your creativity. So make time for reading every day. Let's make reading a habit for a smarter, healthier, and more successful life. For reading is for everyone.
After Hurricane Melissa hit western Jamaica last year, there were concerns about food shortages. However, the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining says lessons from Hurricane Beryl in 2024 meant safeguards were already in place. At a recent media briefing, Portfolio Minister Floyd Green said food security was a priority from the outset, prompting the activation of the Hurricane Melissa Recovery Task Force to stabilize production and support farmers and fishers. Here are some of the key actions that were taken. 1. RADA distributed 14,038 packs of vegetables and fruit seeds valued at $90 million, reaching over 10,000 farmers. 2. 780 packs of onion seed were issued under the National Onion Production Program with support from Morocco. 3. 7,205 bags of fertilizers were distributed to more than 2,500 farmers, restoring production on 540 hectares. 4. A total of 504 hectares of land were prepared for 1,300 farmers at a cost of $80 million, with 850 hectares now established. As a result, nearly 13,000 tons of Irish potatoes are expected by March. 5. Targeted support for the livestock and dairy sector included feed, pharmaceuticals, fencing materials, and generators. And 6. 5,590 bags of bee sugar valued at $39.3 million were procured, with 2,852 bags already distributed to 808 beekeepers across 7 parishes. These measures have been critical in restoring production and ensuring Jamaica's food security in the wake of Hurricane Melissa, and we look forward to greater yield in the coming months. This is where we wrap up today's program. I hope you've been informed, inspired, and uplifted. Join us again tomorrow for another engaging edition of Jamaica Magazine, right here on this station. If you missed any part of today's show, you can catch the recap and more stories at jis.gov.jm. I'm Audrey Williams. Thanks for watching, and as always, walk good.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.